Hello, Farwell Elementary School. Today I'm going to talk to you about History Days. This paper that I have in front of me will share with you all the steps that you need to do in order to complete your History Day project. First, you're going to begin by doing some brainstorming and information collecting of resources on the internet using a circle map. You might want to think about a year that interests you and then research it on FactMonster to find out what is happening. When you finally come up with some ideas like your favorite person or idea or event, look it over and see. Maybe it's something you're interested in, and don't settle just for the first topic you see. Try to find something new, something you've never discovered before, so that you can learn and discover how to write research projects on information that is brand new. Once you're finished, you'll write your topic in this topic box right here. You will need to research your topic, and you are going to use brainstorming maps to help you. Some of the maps that you'll be using are, first off, is a circle map. You will use a circle map for introduction and conclusion ideas. As you're researching and reading about your topic, it's hard to put them into categories right away. So what I'd like you to do is I would like you to use what I'm going to call a brainstorming map. On the map, it just has several squares. And each time you find a new piece of information or a piece of information you think is important, you write it in a square. When you're all finished, you should have all your squares filled up, because you never know what your topic's going to be about. Your map should have at least 5 or 10 thoughts on each one of them in order to have enough details to be able to pick out the ones that are the best. You are looking to be able to attach the writing, to complete the attached writing flow map, which has an introduction, 3 main events, and you need to have 3 details about each event. You need to use transition words, and you need to have a conclusion. Now here's a couple of very important things that you need to know. You need to also have a resource page. This resource page is a page where you can keep track of all the internet sites where you find information. When you're all finished, you want this resource page available to anybody who would like to look back into your research topic and find out more things about that topic. The second thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to have a picture page where you find pictures that you think you would like to use, and you put them on the page with the correct citing information. By citing information is, you can't use every picture that's on the internet just because it's on the internet. They're attached with different terms, and you need to know your copyright terms. If the copyright asks or tells you to get permission in order to use that picture, you must do so. If it's a Creative Commons website, you'll have to read the terms to find out what they're expecting you to do. Most of the time, they're just asking you to cite that they created the picture and it's their work, not necessarily yours. If it's on a public domain page, you're allowed to use it, but the terms page will tell you exactly what copyright law you should be following. Remember, just because it's on the internet does not mean that you get to use it. Now, I've created a checklist for you of the first things I've asked you to do. And as you do them, you need to put a check mark in each one of the boxes so that you can show that you have them finished. And if you follow this checklist all the way down to the very end, you will be ready to start writing your paper. You know, most teachers often say you need to write that first draft on a piece of paper first. Well, I'm here to tell you, today your first draft is going to be written on the computer. And it's very important you do 2 things. Make sure you save often, and make sure you save your files in your file spot. The last thing you would hate to have happen is for you to lose your work. Finally, after you have written everything and organized everything, it will be time for you to create a storyboard. This is a board that you'll be using, except it's about 3 foot by 4 foot wide. And you need to organize and make your project board look nice and neat. When you're finished creating your project board, adding color and exciting pieces to make words stand out, and adding your pictures, you may make a technology connection for your display as well. We will be using a site called 21 Things for Kids that will help teach you how to make things like PowerPoint video presentations, videos. You can do digital storytelling, you can do a game creation, you can make prezzies, you can do a video capture, you could write a song or a poem and capture it the same way I'm doing right now. The sky's the limit in this spot. Your technology connection can be anything that you decide to create. It could be a puppet show that we record for others to watch. That reminds me, make sure that when your parents are coming to History Days and they're going to come to look at all the projects, make sure they bring a QR reader device so that they'll be able to use their smartphone, their iPod, iPad, their tablet to scan the codes that are found along the projects to view the technology connections that we do. It's very easy to download a QR reader. It's free and it's found at the App Store. An important note that we need to remind parents is that there will also be Cinco de Mayo family night that day, and so they might want to spend a few minutes venturing over to that family night as well. Anyways, make sure that you come early enough to be in your costume. It's called the Night at the Museum, and we want it to be a wax museum, so make sure you work hard to make a costume of some sort. Even if it's a hat. Do you know at the grocery store you can take a paper bag that you get from the grocery store, turn it inside out, mold it any way you want with staples, and then spray paint it, and you have yourself a hat? You can make anything using paper bags. With that thought in mind, it's time for us to do our research. Have fun, everybody. Learning how to do research will help you from now until you graduate college, because I know you're all going to college.